Yeah.
You are very, very famous for Hodor.
Thank you.
And so, someone says that Hodor is a real hero of Game of Thrones. So, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I think there's quite a few heroic characters in Game of Thrones, but I mean, I guess if you look at it, he saved the king. He was the only Kingsguard to actually be successful in his job. So I guess in that way, yes, he did. He didn't know he was the king back then, but he did save the king. So I'll go with yes. He is. I think he deserves that title.
And are you proud of it?
Of course. Especially because he's a guy who doesn't say much. You know, and it just goes to show that you don't have to be loud and do a TikTok dance routine to be a hero. You know what I mean? You can be quiet and you can be shy and you can still be important.
Have you ever think about how the book should end? Because the show, we know how it ends. And since Martin,
Yeah.
do you have a finale in your mind?
No, I would like it to, I know it's not a popular opinion, but I mean, if he changed it, would we have to reshoot? Would we have to do things differently? I don't know. Probably not. I didn't mind the way it ended. I was fine with it, but I know a lot of people would like to see something different, or else just see the final book.
Exactly.
But we'll see. I'm excited to see what happens.
Okay, so you don't have
No,
anything.
I've tried not to.
specific-
I try not to think about things I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I'm not trying to invest too much energy in it. But I would like it to be similar. Similar, maybe it's longer. Obviously, it will be longer because it's writing. He's going to have more time.
Because in the last season, you know,
It was very crushed.
Yes,
Yeah, it
but
was. Yeah.
you knew that back then that.
Well, I was dead.
Yes, but you expected it.
I enjoyed it. That's the thing. I've always said this. I didn't really see a problem. I just think there could have been more of it. That's my only thing. I'm just repeating what I said, but I just think it could have been longer. I take their time with it. But they spent a lot of money on that last season, so I guess they ran out of cash or something.
So you're good with the arc
Yeah.
of your character.
Yeah, I am. I think he died at the right point. Yeah, he definitely made a splash when he died. So I think he died at the right time.
Were you surprised by the popularity gained by your character?
Yeah.
You know, you started as a secondary character, and then you grew.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, I only had one word, man. I mean, like, I wasn't expecting anything really from that. But he was a unique and original character. I think that's what people liked about him, and that's why I enjoyed playing. But he was a really lovely character to play.
Thank you. And we are from Italy, and you know Hodor.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Hodor has a meaning specifically in English. You know, Hodor is hold the door, and in Italian is translated Hodor.
Right.
So does it make sense?
No, it came in a lot of languages.
Because yes, hold the door is tieni la porta.
Yeah.
Because door is porta and hold is tieni or chiudi.
So it would be like
phrases of yes.
Well, that's longer. That's too much to say. But yeah, that's cool how it works in different languages.
Yeah. So, but it's okay because for some reasons, Italian or Hodor, okay, it's fine for me. When is it dubbed and you say everything is in Italian.
Yeah.
So Hodor, vieni qua, and they say, okay, look, come here, and they don't have any problem with the Hodor name.
Yeah.
They said, hold the door. Hold the door? It's not Italian. So but everyone was fine with that. So your secondary career. Tonight we will be at your show.
Yeah.
So your DJ career, is it now something bigger?
It's not a secondary career.
Yes,
that was my career before I was ever an actor, and probably will be when I stop being an actor if I ever do. I love DJing, and it's been nearly 30 years now coming up to, and I can't ever imagine my life not DJing. I'm very excited for tonight. I'm looking forward to the gig. I played here in Prague before, maybe 5 years ago. I had a really good night, so I'm excited.
Do you think it's a different crowd
in
a Comic-Con than your...
Yeah, but I don't underestimate Comic-Con people. I don't dumb it down. I don't do anything different. Comic-Con people are the same as everybody else. They like to party and they like to have a good time. So, yeah.
It would be an hour or so?
I think 90 minutes, an hour and a half. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm excited. I always look forward to DJing. So.
Vuoi inserirti qualche domanda?
How was to change from the DJ career to a television career? It was something you expected? It was a switch?
It's all, for me, it's just performing. Obviously, you have to do different things. Acting and DJing are very different, but it's the same. It feels the same to me. It's just performing in front of an audience, for people, and they both give me immense satisfaction and happiness.
Okay.
So it just feels the same.
So acting was like natural for you, or
Sorry?
acting was like natural for you,
Yeah,
or
I mean,
just
we all act every day
Yeah.
in work. I mean, the people who go into work and their boss doesn't know that they hate their job, they're an actor. I mean, we all can act.
Yeah,
So it's just
that's
learning how
right.
to channel, your acting ability.
okay?
Do you have still plans on television, or do you want to move to movies, or fantasy,
Whatever.
or
I love
think
fantasy, I love sci-fi, I love anything to do with space, aliens, but, you know, any character has a challenge, you know, and even smaller characters have a challenge, and as long as I have a challenge, I don't care what genre it is, you know, I like to play a bad guy, a good guy, something that's really not me is the most fun. You know, the more different it is to me, the more fun it is, you know. But
And so, what's
I don't know. I don't know what's next. I don't know what's next.
so what's
I don't have any
the
plans.
exact opposite of you? What would
What's
be
my
a
exact-
serial killer?
That might be exactly the same.
Okay.
No, exactly opposite of me. Him. No, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm going to think about that one. You're going to give me some homework here. I'm going to have to. I'll maybe do like a thesis on it. That's a deep question.
You have 30 seconds.
That's too fucking deep for 30 seconds.
Okay, so super next
Yeah, we'll
one.
move on to that one, but I've got to think about that one. I'm going to be sitting on the airplane tomorrow going, that's my opposite.
Yeah, since you mentioned that.
Yeah.
So super lost.
Yeah.
Do you have familiarity with Italian cinema or something?
Not really Italian cinema, but I do love Italo disco. I really love music from around the 70s, 80s from Italy.
Okay.
Like Bruno, what's his name? He did that song. Bruno Lauzi.
Bruno Lauzi.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's it. Yeah, like I'm a big fan of his.
Okay.
And all that sort of era.
So
Some
you're
really cool music from right there.
You listen to him?
Yeah, but
back
I
home?
use a lot of that music as inspiration for my music, from Italo disco. So yeah,
Didn't
but
expect that.
not so much.
Bruno
Not so
Lauzi.
much. Yeah, not so much cinema. I don't know too much Italian cinema, but I do know about music.
Music is fun as well. It's always fun to find
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah,
from
and I'm also in house as well. Like around the late 90s and around the 2000s, there were so many hot Italian producers.
Yes.
Like Bini and Martini. There's so many. I could go on all day actually, but yeah, you had a lot of great music. Still do, I'm sure.
No.
Yeah,
Not
also
really.
cinema, the same answer.
Okay, okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Very well.
Thanks.
Very well.